welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll on Twitch. I am DM Scott, and with me, as always,
Killian playing Maven Corpseflower, a Circle of Spores druid who is also sending out a Snapchat to 120 of her closest friends to come and watch our stream.
Hi, Killian's 125 friends.
Say hi.
And Mick playing Callan. Hopefully I made some new friends who are joining in too. Yeah, let's have some more fun.
Woo!
Chris playing Viet. I don't know where Viet is at this point. I got a suspicion. Yeah, good.
And I'm trying to introduce Catherine playing Jennifer Swift, who also really doesn't know where she is at this point.
Sad. So
1, 2, 3, Q. Scott's.
What?
Where are we at, Scott?
Yes, Scott, where are we?
Well, we're not in we haven't gotten to like last time.
Oh yeah,
that.
You're right. I
mean, I'm just saying we can't skip things until we're ready for that, because if you skip things and you go right to where you are, it's really weird and it's not really in canon. It doesn't make sense for people who are joining us.
Okay.
They're in the desert. So before we dive into the weird, where are we? Killian, do we have any announcements?
Oh, hey there, folks. I've got some bad/good news for ya. Our sister show, Dungeon Patrol, is in its off season. Although, don't cry too much yet. This is the perfect time to get caught up on all of their episodes. You can find them at www.dungeonpatrol.com. Go ahead and get caught up. Probably by the time they come back, you'll be all caught up. We love to see it. Also, thank you to Reed for the inspiration. You are the light of my life. Thank you so much. I have so many bad rolls. You have no idea how many times this has saved me. And if you want to send us inspiration, you can do so down below with our social media links on Facebook or Twitter using the hashtag inspiration. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what you didn't like. I don't know, just come and say hi and let us know who deserves a reroll, or if Scott deserves the upper hand, and give him some inspiration as well. Last but not least, we have merch, and I finally got mine in the mail.
Yeah.
Looks great.
They're so cute. I feel very cute, very cozy, and I just have our cute little logo. I did get a pillow with Maven's face on it, but it's in my other room, so it's on its way.
Please bring that next time.
I'll just be cuddling with it. Yeah, and you can check that out in our Redbubble store down below. You can seriously get our faces for our characters, our logo on pretty much anything. Catherine's got a water bottle. I got my mom a secret for Christmas that has our logo on it. Bought everyone I know a t-shirt, even if they've never even watched our show. So go on and check it out in the link down below. There's some really, really cool designs. And you can
That's
put
where
them
that order for 125 t-shirts came from. Oh.
Yeah, Redbubble was like, stop. Whatever you're doing, we're not ready.
I think we have been playing around with some image software. So maybe we'll put some stuff in there later on. Some AI generated stuff. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. I think we can do that. I think we could do that. I don't know.
We will double check that before we promise
that'd
anything.
be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I would put it on a shirt anyway. But yeah, that's all I have for you this week. Go ahead and check out Dungeon Patrol and get caught up over this holiday season, because let's be honest, you don't have enough Dungeons and Dragons in your life. Neither do we. At www.dungeonpatrol.com. Talk to us on social media and check out our cool ass merch. Cool butt merch. I'm working on the cursing. Anyway, Scott, back to you.
That was a different sale at a different store. But
all right. So I'm embarrassed to say the thing that I said is like 1% of a thing. Literally just happened, and I text them saying I'll. So we're gonna go to a brief thing, because I have a day job and I have responsibilities, so I have to unfortunately respond to that. but hopefully it'll be like 60 seconds or less.
Cut to
We got
me
it
doing
covered.
slam poetry upside down.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's
do we
go.
have a clip of that?
I can
So-
get it.
And we're back. Sorry for that brief technical day job thing.
Let's not blame the technical here.
No. The
it's not my
technical was
technical.
on point. It was on point. The technical was on my
Someone's
side.
technical may have been, yeah. All right.
The thing that pays my bills was calling in. So.
No, go ahead.
All right. So last time we were all here at 7. Well, now after 7 Central, but you know that thing. Yep, we can't do it on time. That means another episode. So we were in the desert, and we were dealing with some issues, some trauma, some thing going on with Viet, and a surprise visit from Sealy, emerging inside of the sand dunes after crash landing and being dug out, and her explaining that a lot of things are not the way she expected them. That's bad. That's good. It's Viet's fault. But we need to fix him a little bit, and we can do it, pretty much. And so everyone donned their pretty much VR headsets and basically got jacked into Viet's mind. And there, the group came together so beautifully and inspired the true story of friendship and the power of healing together, and in joined hands unlocked the power of self independence and reliance and healing, and the treasure chest opened, and back to reality with maybe a little bit more perspective and a little bit more family or friendship or whatever, and a few things that were in the mindscape of pretty much that somehow made their way into this reality as well. A card, a trinket. So we will be diving back in as we have a bird's eye view zooming over the dark landscape of a desert. Desert. Oh man, I did not have it queued.
And it's dark out.
Desert.
We have a torn apart body next to us, and Sealy is gone.
We do
and
not.
We do not have
Where
a
are
body.
We are jumping ahead just ever so slightly, because you know what? I can't imagine you guys, with the characters that I've witnessed, had a ton to be like right after an emotional moment. We're like, hey, let's talk about our feelings. And so there was some awkward silence as everyone started like, well, we need to move. Like, we got that from Sealy. We got that. We need to start moving. That doesn't change that. And we are now zooming in over a dark, sandy landscape to a pinpoint of light. A campfire. They have settled down. Wait for it. I'm not done. In the distance, we can see the sun is just starting to have the first hues of light. And so the group is settling down for camping during the day, but it's still cold. I mean, you've been traveling. It's nice to have some fire before the light comes up, the heat of the day. And we have a fire by glowing sand glass because it seems like some of that has triggered with Viet, where he knows how to do that thing he didn't know he knows how to do. And so now he's aware of it, whether it be through the combined healing of the group or a sacrifice of a guardian personality being reabsorbed back into the main. So as we all are around the campfire, settling down, just getting situated, really. That's where we're going to rejoin our adventurers here. The desert is yours.
Fiat will be getting his teapot out.
Okay.
Probably been very, very quiet. He's been out scouting ahead, checking back trail often, looking for any kind of any kind of glowing blue indicators.
Roll me a perception check for that back trail scouting.
Hold on.
Killian, have you by any chance during some of that still been, especially with everything, going back and forth into like your deadwood vulture creature and occasionally scouting as well?
Oh yeah,
So either-
baby.
Either you both can roll separately perception checks or one of you has advantage.
Killian, you can have advantage. Viet's going to be distracted. I think.
Blessings. Yeah, Maven doesn't want to talk about her feelings. So
use
bird it
your
is.
vulture perception check.
That's a nat 20 plus 5. I don't think I can do better than that.
Nice. You, as Viet has gone out, and maybe you picked up on a little of that, like, Viet seems a little different. Not quite as paranoid, panicky, but also very much more actually like introspective in a way of someone who's reevaluating things. And so you kind of back him up. As you can see, he is not doing his normal kind of patterns and all that. You've been flying over the group for weeks, so you take it upon yourself
this one
and go
sand
out.
dune covered over here.
Oh yeah, very.
Just
You don't
staring
you don't have to bother with this one. Like I got this one sorted, so that frees you up to be expanding your reach maybe a little bit more.
On this first day traveling from where you started off near the body, you are confident you have not seen any movement other than some occasional dust devils or things like that. I mean, no movement in the dark. So
Do I still have that badass spear?
well, not as a vulture.
Okay. Yeah, but like in general.
Oh, in general, yes.
Yeah.
As you
Okay,
come
cool.
out of your bird form, whether it be the proverbial, stick up your butt, you do have that badass spear.
Wow.
Too real.
I couldn't resist. I mean,
I love it. Sick.
Maven
Nasty cool.
shape shifts and then keeps trying to pick up the spear and carrying it with her. She's so attached to it at this point.
yeah. It is pretty awesome looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably, if you want, during some of your downtime, examine it if you so choose. So the group is what? So you're pretty confident that there's nothing out there, and as you kind of come back, as Viet is coming back too, after he reset the glow and everything of the glassy sand, you just kind of give him that same nod of like, I think we're clear, and Viet is like kind of distractedly like, yeah, like agrees with you, even though he's not nearly as sure as you are. Juniper, you've been probably a lot introspective as well, and thinking and playing with that sort of, if I mean, with everything that's been going on, really thinking about that. It's still covered up, like you have it still in its wrap last we left off, but we can get back to that.
Yeah, she's gonna well, first, if Viet's making his tea, she's gonna kind of do you think you still need it?
My tea?
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm being worried of the nightmares still. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'll be having nightmares for many, many days now.
Mm-hmm.
Have we established what's in this tea?
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
have a good idea that it is basically like a narcotic,
Hell yeah.
he's almost tea form chloroforming himself.
I love that. Well, Viet knows how to party. So
Because
I
it's
say
a
I'll take a
very
couple back.
dreamless, unconscious sleep.
Maybe just
If I wasn't on watch.
lessen the doses a little. Maybe not tonight, but
Murdet will actually kind of jump on the heels of that and be like, buddy, like you've had a lot go on. Like, we got this tonight. You should probably rest. Like, we're on point.
So I should be drinking tea, yes?
Kind of
Maybe
looks
normal tea?
and like chamomile. Anyone
I
have that's good for sleep.
I might do you want to roll to
Lavender?
see if I have chamomile.
Yeah, roll me a nature check.
Sure. I like
The
that.
DC for having chamomile right now is a 15.
Okay. That's not
That's
I
not
got a
crazy.
14. I got a
You do not have
14.
chamomile. Like you have things that it's like I have a jasmine tea. That's nice. It's but
Jasmine.
it's
Do I
not
have any
chamomile.
lavender? I may have like some like lesser, but maybe not directly chamomile.
Yeah, I mean you have
There we
things that
go.
are just nice, but they just don't have
Yeah.
the same.
No chamomile.
Um,
Maybe just cut it a little.
Murdet is like, yeah, make it a dose that I could handle. I wouldn't mind having a decent night's sleep too. So whatever you drink, I'm gonna drink.
I am not thinking that is smart. Meredith.
You're right. So you should make it smart.
All right. He'll give Murdet a
Do-
skeptical look, and he'll just make a double pot. But the same dosage. The rest of this would be a little weak.
That sounds perfect.
We are running out of regular tea things here as well.
He'll lean towards Callan and he's like, I have done so many things I shouldn't have. I think I can handle this.
I don't know. You know, dwarfs are super hardy, and
We're we got the orc.
so yeah, but a half dose is like a regular dose for everyone else.
He's going to get a good night's sleep.
So, we basically need to be on watch and watch both of you. So okay,
Should I-
but go for it. Yeah,
this is
Should I-
this is being
Should I cut mine?
This is being shade of night.
Yeah, it's yeah,
Nightshade? Like he for a second is like Nightshade?
Sometimes some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are calling it the belladonna.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He just kind of looks back at Callan and whispers like, isn't that poison?
Yep.
Holds the cup out to Murdet.
Yeah.
You do not have to be drinking it. I can be. It's fine.
No, I mean I said I would. He grabs it and he's like, no, I said I would. If I said I would, I will.
Oh, right. You can't back down now.
You don't need to be doing
looks-
it on my part, Meredith.
He looks at Callan and he's just
I am not sure what the proportions are for non-dwarves.
Is this
No,
medieval peer pressure?
Yeah, and backing down from this, that's something I would probably.
Viet will
think
take
of
a
doing. You're
sip of
tougher than me,
his.
aren't you?
Viet will take a sip of his and gonna make a face, and it is very watered down.
yeah,
Just-
no, yeah. It's tough. I'm gonna roll for him.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, I rolled a 4. So he's just like, no, yeah, no. And he just downs it in one big gulp. And he's just like, I'm gonna roll a constitution check now.
Yeah.
You see kind of that like kind of like you heard something was like went rotten or went bad after you ate it kind of thing, where it's like it didn't taste bad, but it's like just staring at the cup and just it's fine. No, it was good. Yeah, you're right. Watered down. Yeah, like whatever that was supposed to do. Like it probably no. No. No, I like
June's gonna clap Viet on the shoulder and then go and unravel this sword.
Oh, okay. So as you unravel the sword, you will see very simple, plain scabbard. dark black leather. It's got some stitching all the way down where, kind of imagine on the leather where the stitching is down the sides, meeting to the point. It has, it looks almost like someone stitched like blowing leaves in a pattern all the way down it. And as you fully uncover the actual hilt and handle, has the shape of like a very elaborate hilt that takes the shape of like a raven or a bird, kind of the wings up and then the actual head and beak across the front of the blade. And if you just start to pull the blade out a little bit, it has that leaf pattern blade to it. And the inside is, for those who understand, have a very elaborate Damascus kind of pattern in the middle of the blade, and then just pristine, shiny, silvered edge almost look to it. And so you have your black pattern in the middle with like almost raindrop Damascus, and then your silvered edge all the way down it. And I mean, it's a gorgeous piece. And then stamped on the actual base of the blade is that you're not familiar with, but is the Cloud Fang maker's mark, who anyone probably, as she's messing with it, Maven and Callan, you two for sure, right off the bat, if you are paying attention, would see as she's kind of looking and examining the sword she's been carrying with her the entire time, never used. It's always been wrapped up. And it'd be kind of a thing of like, she's doing something different. You'll see this gorgeous blade, and it looks used, absolutely, but still masterfully preserved. And it has the Cloud Fang maker's mark on it. And Alice Cloud Fang was the master arms and blacksmith for the Scalebound for as long as any of you have been involved.
Yeah. Seeing that, I think that would pique Callan's interest, and he would kind of catch Juniper up on that whole story. And offer to spar with Juniper and help her learn how to use it.
Yeah, you said you'd teach me.
And I will. Because it looks like Murder's gonna be off to sleep soon.
I'm fine. I don't even feel anything yet. And by the way, if he is going to teach you how to use the sword, I'll show you how to actually use it effectively. Because I wasn't a stage actor. And he kind of just smiles at Callan and just like, and you just see for a moment as he smiles at you, Callan, where you see like somebody who almost like burped a little bit, and it's just like,
do you want a licorice root to chew on?
You got me good there.
Yeah, I like licorice, yeah.
Grabbing his cloak and rolling up in it, kind of off away from the fire a little bit. Back to the group.
Like there would have been a lot of those little moments of back and forth jabs, tension and stuff between Murdet and Callan after the fight.
That nice where it's like, haha, we're joking, but there's still like a little bit of edge to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Almost that challenge of like, who's gonna make this a thing first?
Yeah, it's like a will they, won't they fight thing.
Perfect. Again. I love it. Again.
All right. I mean, so I get the basic concept is you just jab. Nice.
Just stab, so use the pointy end.
There's got to be more to it. Is this heavy? Like, do I have to like heft it in two hands, or is it like, what is
it? Is a long sword, so it can be used in, what's your strength score again?
That's a really good question. 15.
Question. Oh, you're totally like it. you're clumsy with it because you're not proficient or anything like that. But like weight wise, and on top of it, you don't have the experience, but it is perfectly balanced. Where
It's like a kid with their first lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to swing, but you don't make it look graceful, you know. But yeah, it feels like you could easily one hand, two hand, like it has its own momentum to it that feels natural to the point where you would probably almost get reckless because of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just kind of, I have no idea where this thing came from other than that it was in my grandparents' room.
Huh.
Why would my grandpa have something like this?
Was he possibly in the Scalebound?
No. I mean,
Are
Roll a
you
history
sure?
check if you remember hearing anything about the Scalebound before your encounter, or just general knowledge and encounter with people who actually are.
9.
You've never, other than you remember, and you probably didn't even think of it beyond maybe a joke of like your grandfather was either a soldier or an adventurer once upon a time till he took an arrow in the knee.
I'll say that. I mean, I don't remember anything about Scalebound, but before they settled in Highport, my grandfather was an adventurer.
Well, he had some good connections if he had this sword, apparently.
Yes. I'm not really familiar with the mark.
Oh, he wasn't like walking around the house with like a weird name, like a alter ego or a mask or anything. Or...
No.
Oh.
Carving
Halloween
letters
was
into that.
bitchin',
Is that
you know?
is that something people usually do?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Pretty common in the Scalebound. But I mean,
We're a bunch of crime fighting nerds. We also wear our underwear on the outside.
oh, that's
Mhm.
frightening.
Looks pretty cool.
May hear a mumbled, pants tucked too tight.
I gotta do something about those pants.
You'll just hear Viet start to just giggle at that. He just like, and he's just sitting there staring at the glass.
heard it.
Yeah, it's me.
You okay?
Murder was doing.
Oh yeah. How do I use this thing?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
I
knock him.
got it. He'll stand up. He's like, all right. And
Oh.
you see him like he's a little weavy.
Yeah.
Okay, the first lesson 1 is you don't use this thing during lesson 1. You use your body and practice with that first, so that when you put the sword, when you join sword with body, you don't slice body in half.
Right.
That is a good. I'm gonna put the sword in the scabbard. That is a good lesson.
I learned with a mop for many years.
Mm.
I just got water.
And you'll see him all of a sudden go cross-eyed and there's
Ooh.
into the sand.
Oh,
And just the
Should I get the licorice root out of his mouth?
well, he's
Leave it.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you want to? He's gonna turn him on his
I'd
side.
leave. I'd
as long
leave
as
it.
he's snoring, he's fine.
He's fine. He likes it.
All right. No sword.
Right. Okay. So weird thing. You might think that you need to just rush at whatever you're swinging at. But it's kind of a paradox. You need to push with your back foot to get power to start with. And then kind of imagine your entire body is a whip, and your ankles, your foot are the handle of that whip. You're trying to start generating power with your feet and then whip it through your body so that when it gets to your hand with the sword, it is increased manyfold.
She's gonna kind of be like almost like dancing, trying to be a whip, essentially.
Oh, good. Yeah, you dance, right?
But not in a disrespectful way. Just like, I don't know. Can I dance?
Roll
I
to
am
dance.
okay at dancing.
All right. Mick. Or
Yes.
Callan. Sorry. Roll me. Let's go with a persuasion check because you're conveying this. You're trying to get this information across, but also you're doing it Callan style.
Mm-mm. All right. That one's an 11. That wasn't good.
Okay, no, it's you're this is baby steps. Juniper,
Yes.
roll me just a straight intelligence check for absorption.
Intelligence check. 12.
12. Okay.
Oh,
Do you feel
is that
like
right? Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
like it's not an unpleasant kind of first lesson. You feel like you both as student and teacher are new to this in this regard of like conveying this, and it just didn't go great. It didn't go bad. It's like kind of that thing of like, yeah, and also at the same time there was a little bit of like goofiness because you're not committed to it and he's trying but also not trying to throw too much at you too fast, and so there wasn't kind of that seriousness to like, okay, like we're doing this for real right now. It's almost kind of like a half-hearted effort on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, we're a little exhausted, so
Yeah, no, and that's
Kinda-
part of it too. You know, it's just like it's been a thing. It was low
Yeah.
rolls on both sides.
All right.
So
all right.
it's not no progress, it's just very little. But yes, that is a thing.
Okay.
Viet has gone to sleep. Who's taking first watch?
Maven.
Oh, thank you.
Second
Yeah.
watch?
Maven
Callan.
again. I'm just kidding.
Now, Callan.
And Juniper, last one.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of extend the shifts to make it work for two people being down.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone roll me perception checks, and Maven, you let me know yours first. Then Callan. then Juniper.
15.
Amazing.
7 for
Right.
Callan.
Also awesome.
And a 6 for June.
And
Oh,
also
good.
awesome.
Oh, good.
We're
Uh,
paying attention to Murdet. Make sure he doesn't die.
Or choke on his own tongue. Viet.
Totally wakes up with a scream and his hand on fire. Not even halfway through the first shift.
Is it actually on fire?
Yep.
Oh yeah, for real. Like his blue hand is 100% on fire.
On blue fire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
That's new.
I'm certain
you're
that wakes
sleeping.
everybody
Callan's
up.
sleeping.
The scream doesn't.
Well, let's just see how Maven deals with it right off the bat. There's the shout. You all had a long day. You're not drugged, but you all had a long day. So Maven, he wakes
yeah.
up screaming, hand on fire.
I shove his hand into the sand by like the arm.
Okay.
I was about to say the shin bone. That's
Uh,
not in the arm.
so-
That's
It's
the
not
shin of
connected
the
to
arm.
the arm bone.
First,
It is now.
first reaction, firstly, as soon as you would touch him, is that he would roll and take us and swing the flaming hand at you.
Good.
Ah.
Oh, good. I love it. Feels
Maven.
good. Yep.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 15.
What is your DC, Fiat?
I don't know. What's my DC? What am I? What do you?
Your spell DC.
My spell. Oh, okay. So you want me to do the blue flame?
It doesn't matter. I just need the spell DC because
I don't normally have a spell DC in that one. We'll say S11 would be normally for anything that's a spell DC would be an 11.
that's what I need to know. So,
Okay, got it. 11.
Yep. No, sorry for yeah.
I was confused.
I'm. You're great. You're great. All right. Roll me 3d6, Viet.
Oh, wait. I see.
And
I don't know what
Jennifer
this is.
Callan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to you in just a moment.
Oh, come
Does
on.
that mean we have to make
This
a saving
sucks, man. The fuck?
Oh, for
What the
crying.
heck? What the heck, man?
Do we not have dice ready? Come
They're
on, people.
jammed into the thing. Don't use
Oh,
my
I
DC.
hate it when they do that.
8.
8. All right. Maven, you take 4 fire damage as you dive out of the way, as you, Viet, basically in that panic, do burning hands from your hand. Yep. This is a reactionary, impulsive thing. It maybe not your normal stuff. And just this jet cone of fire, blue fire, goes shooting out from his hand. And you dive under most of it. It singes you. Juniper, Callan, you both take 2 from proximity.
Ow!
You're asleep and waking up to being singed by the heat of this blast. Murdet will also take that, except he is dosed and unconscious.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What?
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hand is
that's-
still lit blue.
Yeah. Fire.
Does he look-
fire. Anyway.
Does he look like he's there?
Viet, what did you roll for?
Just a nightmare.
Okay.
Just
roll me right now just a wisdom
Sure.
saving throw, just in this
Fair.
moment of coming out.
Wisdom saving throw would be a 17.
17. So even though this momentary panic happened, and you weren't there right when you woke up, as this jet of fire shot out and you see everyone reacting, you immediately come back to and just like, oh, and get control and put out
Aim
your
it off the other way.
Yeah, whatever left, you shoot off and you put out your hand, and now it's just back to a regular blue hand.
I am sorry, Maven, Lady of the
Watch
Thorns,
the
and
hair,
the
man.
dead flower Amanita.
That's okay. In retrospect, I shouldn't have tried to touch you. But do you remember your dream?
And immediately will, like, from a shocked horror of this to a different kind of like a different shade of horror.
We just got
1,000-mile stare almost.
we just got scalded
Yeah,
awake.
mixed
so-
it in there. Yeah, he see like that double vision, like he sees it and he sees where he's at. But he
Hey,
sees the
it's okay.
vision.
It's okay. You're here. You're here. And I put my hands up. I'm not going to touch you again, but you're here with us.
That is
Desert, sand.
Yes. He's fingering that key woven into his beard.
Okay. Maybe we should have given you the full dose.
Just kind of nods. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you all.
It's okay.
What did you do,
What happened?
Maven?
I tried to put his hand out in the sand, not remembering that's like the rule number 1 of dwarf sleep paralysis. Don't touch the dwarf when they're on fire. I should have known better. But
was on fire?
his hand was on fire, and then I was on fire for a little bit.
Cool.
That was cool. But we're all good.
Murdered all of a sudden sits straight up.
Vomit.
You guys, you should put the fire out. It's hot.
Night, bud.
The meat is cooked.
Always full of good advice, aren't you?
Oh, he's so smart.
Viet will grab his cloak / bedroll, and I kind of pulls over. Oh yeah, it's daylight, right? So just kind of
The sun is
actually he'll go over and he'll kind of rig something up over Murdet so Murdet doesn't burn. And
he never got fully set up. He's just
and Viet will kind of pull his cowl up over his head to give a little sun. I will be being up now.
Probably for the best. I'm not going to sleep anytime soon, so you two get some rest.
But I do that.
Okay. This burn kind of stings though, so
You'll be fine.
yeah. Okay, I guess I'll be fine.
I got some stuff with that. It's good.
Me with my singed shoulder. You're fine.
The
Walk it off.
deadwood motherhood again. You'll be fine.
walk it off.
Rub some dirt in it. Rub
Only
some
a
sand
second
in it.
degree burn for crying out
Don't
loud.
rub sand in that.
Yeah.
Rub some sand in it. Then you won't be worried about the burn. It'll be the blistered skin. Exactly. Then you'll really have something to cry about.
So are we starting basically watch over almost, it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Viet, are you going to try and get back to sleep?
He'll just be quiet by the fire.
Okay. It's right now it's early morning. So the morning, Maven, your shift expires.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to wake up Callan and go in to try to get some rest yourself?
Honestly, no. I'll wake everybody up, but Maven's on high alert right now and would not be sleeping. That would be you'll sleep when you're dead is another old Deadwood pearl of wisdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you will sleep when you're dead. That's the only time you get a good night's sleep. In the dead.
I would disagree.
Viet will rummage around in his pack. Pull out his fan.
Oh, yeah, nice gust
so
of
cute.
cool, like wind.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, I love it. So everyone gets woken up. Callan, it looks like Viet is still planning on being awake, and Maven doesn't look like she's going to sleep. Are you going to take watch, or are you going to go back to sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to take watch. There's a couple things going on. Murdet is still.
Oh yeah, so out.
So okay, yeah, that's a good conversation starter with Viet. Hey Viet, is Murdet going to be okay?
He'll wave the fan at Callan a little bit.
It's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm good. You just singed my my hair a little bit.
I am being sorry for that. Callan Den hanged fool.
Hey, you're working through some stuff. You're doing good. It's just like the sword training. There's always a first step.
I am not. I've hammered.
Yeah. I mean,
We didn't
come out of the dwarf factory knowing how to use a hammer, did you?
No.
Dwarf factory?
I'd be confused for a
It
second.
feels racist.
Well, I don't want to be vulgar. I don't know how to,
The dwarf factory is a great euphemism, though.
Yeah.
So
no,
I
it's
mean,
great.
My mother was teaching me the hammer, if that is what you're asking.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So there was a first step, you weren't just the master hammer wielder you are today.
We did not keep many blades in our company because of Einkill. Yes.
Oh yeah, I kind of understand that now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you remember our little experience together, but I got to kind of walk in your version of Einkill's shoes, and yeah, I probably had a little too much fun.
He always had lots of fun. Yes.
Well, I get it. I mean, if you're the guy who always has the explosives, good company. But now you have us.
Yes, and I'm being grateful for you all. Yes.
I'm liking traveling with you. That's all there is to it.
All right. So you take your watch, wake up Juniper when yours is over.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to go to sleep afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Juniper, you are woken up. Maven, are you still awake?
Yeah, I'm patrolling in the air now.
Okay. Viet, you staying awake?
Yeah. He
Okay. Just
a little
asking.
punchy, but he's
Yeah. So Juniper, you have other people with you as well. Anything you want to do with your watch?
No, she's probably just, she'll get those cards out and just kind of look at them, look over them,
Yeah.
and see if there's anything weird, like just kind of to make sure they're still there, actually.
And they are very much.
Yeah.
Viet will offer a fan over to Juniper.
Ooh. Oh, that feels nice. That's good. It's very hot here.
All right. So watch goes on until kind of you're getting into the ending of the day, and it's still hot out, but you can tell you're hitting that point where it's like only so many hours left of daylight, and we're kind of starting your day and getting ready to start moving.
Should get moving.
Maven, Viet, you both have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on all ability checks going forward until that's dealt with.
Can do.
As you all kind of start getting situated and get going, Murdet at a certain point just starts to kind of groan a little bit and kind of sit up and look around at everybody. And it's like, and he's got sand just plastered on like where he drooled. And he just, evening. We gonna get going.
Viet will offer him a cup of the new tea that he's brewed up.
Oh God, no.
We'll get heart pumping.
Do we have?
It's the other one.
Water. Do we have water?
Yeah. There's water.
And he just unpolitely just guzzles water, just cotton mouth, just down, takes high and just. I admittedly was not nearly as prepared for that as I thought. In the right setting, we could try that again. Hands the water back to Juniper and kind of tries to straighten his robes and just.
Viet will give a vigorous
and he just leans toward. He's like, "Oh God, yes."
Yeah, I'll have to take that opportunity to poke at Murda. Is be like, "Are you sure about that? Maybe I should try it next time. Maybe you can't handle it."
You see him kind of just out of the corner of his eye look at you and just smile. He's like, "You absolutely should join me next time." And we'll do the full dose because you're right. You have lived a much hardier life than me.
I feel like that's how you guys are gonna die.
Yeah.
Huh.
And everyone roll me a perception. You're all right there. Everyone
Wait, I'm
roll.
a bird. Do I need to
Oh,
roll?
you're not there. You're
at
not
disadvantage?
there.
I'm
If
at
you want
disadvantage.
disadvantage because you don't think you're paying attention, but if you're paying attention,
I thought I'm
normal roll.
thought I was level of exhaustion.
Oh
You
yeah,
are.
yep. Disadvantage. Thank you. Being honest, good player.
16 for me.
I would have
Ooh,
lied.
16 for Callan.
Hey.
At disadvantage, it's a 15.
Ooh.
All right. So as you say that and all that, the last things, re-say that for me, Callan, just so I can hit that beat.
So are you sure you want to do that? Maybe I should take it next time, since doesn't seem like you can handle it.
Yep. And Juniper, your tag.
I feel like that's how you guys are gonna die.
And under your breath, you hear Murda just be like, "He died before I died."
Oh yeah, I'm getting to him.
Classic brother.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Classic.
But it was too perfect not to have the beats. But
Yeah.
Did that count as a long rest for Callan and June?
yes, it did. So the damage you took before you got real sleep, that's gone. With your sleep die, either way, you're fine. It's just Maven and Viet who have the disadvantages on that lack of rest and damage they're dealt. You can, Maven, because we're in downtime. If you want to use a hit dice to take care of that damage, you absolutely may.
It's 4 damage. I'm fine.
You say that now.
I do. I'm gonna regret it later when when you do a total party kill with another one of those beasts.
I need someone to roll me a d6 real quick.
Not
got
me. I have bad luck.
2.
You got a nat 20
Perfect.
earlier.
Yeah, but that was a fluke. It's never gonna happen again.
I'm not gonna take that obvious trap because if you go fishing in the sea, you're most likely going to catch a fluke.
Oh yeah.
Is it 2?
Wow.
2. So
Wow.
you start traveling. Next 2 days go by. I need perception checks, either advantage Maven or each of our main scouts to give me percent.
Giving
What do you
Maven advantage
prefer?
would be put her at a flat roll.
At flat roll, yep. So
Yeah.
either disadvantage for both of you two or a flat roll for Maven.
Well, you said after 2 days?
Right. We haven't dealt with it in game yet. So
You're
this
right.
is just how we're operating.
I haven't
Okay.
slept the whole time.
Then you're at
Nice.
2 levels.
I'm just
We're
kidding.
not doing that. We're
I'm just
just
kidding.
operating with,
Yeah.
you haven't taken that day of straight downtime to recover from the exhaustion.
Oh.
You are maintaining that level. So even if you get some scattered sleep, you're not getting that extra you need.
Fiat's probably getting worse.
You think he's getting worse? Roll me a
Hold on,
constitution
I will
check
roll
with
I will
disadvantage.
roll there's an off chance.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, he's getting worse.
Okay.
Constitution at disadvantage would be a 12.
Yep, you're getting worse. So that'd be 2 levels of exhaustion by the time we get to this point. So you're hitting right at the edge of this, and we are camping again. So I need that perception check. What was
I
it?
got a 16.
You got a 16. Okay. So just what is the shifts for watch this night?
Maven's taking first sleep.
Is Viet trying the whole night again, or is he on watch?
He's going to try to sleep.
Are you
Okay,
taking a full dose or not?
I'm taking a full dose, but
I'll take the
Okay.
first watch.
Okay.
After I practice my swordsmanship again.
Okay.
I should let Scott, you and I at a table
Yep.
because of all the stuff got dredged up. I'm basically doing a different table. I'm doing 5%.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a different table.
Okay.
Sorry if that's what
Um,
you're wondering.
Yeah, a little bit because I don't have that one in front of me.
It's basically
of all the
5.
other tables I
It's
have.
like 90. First night was 95% chance of him having nightmares. Second night 90%. Third night will be 85%. Like just
Okay.
like all this is he had buried
You
all
need
that
time
stuff.
to separate from
He
that.
had
Yeah.
buried all that stuff, and so right now it's all fresh.
Okay.
So that's how I was playing it. We can do it differently.
I feel like though you would have advantage on those rolls because of the support you have from the people around you.
Sure. Okay.
If you want to re-roll any of those, because we just tagged into the
all right.
second level.
Third night he's able to sleep.
Okay. So just keep it at the first level of exhaustion.
Okay.
All right. So what was the order? Maven sleeping first watch. Who's taking first? Juniper's taking first watch.
Callan will take second then.
Second.
Mhm.
Viet or Maven third.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
out.
third.
Can we make Murda take
You're
a
out.
watch?
Is that what? Oh,
Can we make
absolutely.
what's
Murda
Murda
take a watch?
doing?
Murda will take
He's
third
not
watch.
drugged.
He'll take third. No, he'll take third watch.
Okay.
So Maven, you can either deal with a level of exhaustion by sleeping all the way through, not drugged, or take a watch and maintain it.
Oh, then I want to sleep all the way through. Murdoch can have my shift.
Yeah, Murda will. Yeah, we can elongate the amount of sleep and all that. Not an issue.
Sweet.
All right.
Love
That's a
it.
good idea, Maven. That's you need to take care of yourself too. You're always mothering us. You got to take care of yourself first.
And you guys are such a loving family.
And then I have to like look inside and like look over at Juniper. How am I the one who's most together right now?
Honestly, it's kind of scary.
Huh.
This, dynamic has shifted somewhere.
I love
it. Yeah,
I love
it's kind of cool to see though.
I mean, I
so
would
Juniper,
argue that, but yeah.
I need a perception check from you.
What?
Perception while you're on watch.
Perception. It's not good. Not good again. Wow. 8. Nope. 6. 10. It's a 10. It's not that bad. I can
Okay.
count.
Perfect. Nothing. It's a quiet afternoon. Callan, you were next up.
All right. As long as I'm away from Viet's possible,
Mhm.
explosions.
I feel like everybody probably when they go to sleep positions a little different just for that.
Okay. Get a good standoff, and then it's going to be one of those nights where Callan's antsy. He's got a lot of thoughts that he doesn't want to deal with, so he watches TV, basically doing like the illusion spells
Yeah.
and
Nice.
bringing up old memories, going through some reverie, and
Oh.
Does he watch
Imagining
himself
dancing.
in like the plays?
what's that?
Does he watch himself in performances of plays where he feel like
He nails
like,
that
specifically
script
it was
every
nailed it.
single time.
Yeah, it would be totally something narcissistic like that at a lot of points. Where like even he wasn't even in that role, but it's like the lead role, and he just totally dominates.
I
So
could have done it better.
like a play by someone else called Gladiator starring Callan. Like, are you not entertained?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Oh man. Murtimo should write something this good.
Ooh, shots fired.
And he's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah, somewhere on a ship, he's just like,
Feel a disturbance.
and final watch. Let me. I need a perception check from you, Callan, though, while you are dealing and watching TV. So disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm really good at those in the first place. Plus, I'm distracting myself on purpose.
Yep, you're dealing with your stuff.
So that's a dirty 0.
Oh,
That's actually better than a dirty 20 because you have just stopped playing the rolling game and just opted out, and you see all of it.
And if you
So,
divide by it,
Oh yeah.
And you
Yeah,
win
it's-
D&D forever.
Listen, yeah. There's got to be a table for when Callan rolls zeros.
something comes out of his mouth.
He's
There
he's
will
writing
be.
it down.
There will be.
0 Callan midnight.
Zero is the number of the fool.
It like marries two of his favorite things: tables and torturing you.
Mhm.
If anyone wants to see this new table, inspiration to Scott.
Oh.
Are you
Whoa,
Murder?
you can't fish
Whoa.
like
That's
that.
the new Patreon.
Oh
To
my
see
God.
Scott's tables.
Help create them. I'll allow people to help. Okay.
Oh my God.
Perception check for Murdet isn't stellar, but it's not bad either because he has high wisdom. So it takes care of you two's lacking. So
Hey,
Juniper.
my wisdom is great. Yes.
Juniper.
Yeah.
Juniper.
Yes, yes.
You're sleeping. Peaceful.
Okay.
Lovely. You're back at your house. You're a little bit younger. And you are there working in the kitchen with your mother. You two are working on tinctures and remedies and kind of half experimenting, half cooking up some old recipes. Kind of one of your safe places in your head of like favored memories. And your mother is kind of doing that annoying things that moms do when you're like about to add something. She's like, no, that's too much. It's just a pinch. It's a pinch, like, and that's not a measuring amount that
Right.
anyone can replicate, but she can just tell you're about to do it wrong. And, is kind of helping and showing. And you two are like, and you pointed out that it's just like, how is anyone supposed to replicate your pinch versus my pinch and all that? This is stupid. Why can't we just have an actual measurement? And she's like, that's not how this is done. Just back and forth. And slowly this starts to turn into talking about the fact that, I can't wait for the day that I get to help you show your daughter maybe how this is done. And that it's high time that, you stop teasing the Cooper twins and maybe, pick one. They both like you. You're not here. Mute all your mics.
Fine, but I love
You're not
this.
here.
I'm so embarrassed now. Am I supposed to react? Is that what you're waiting for? I didn't know if you were still painting a picture or not.
I believe the picture has been painted.
Got it.
And your mother, she's like, seriously, Henry adores you. I mean, I understand that Sylvie is a little bit more robust and all that, but it's like both of them can't help but just follow you around like lost puppies. I mean, you shouldn't be living with us and taking care of your grandfather and your father.
Are you done? Is it
Are
going
you
to
ever
turn
gonna
into
listen?
this every? Is it going to turn into this every time?
Are you ever going to listen to your mother?
Not if it's the same story every time.
Well, maybe I wouldn't have to tell the same story every time if you ever listened to it.
I listened to it.
By the time I was your age, I already had you, and you were a blessing.
Great. That's great. That's you. That's not me. That's not.
Then do something. I mean, you're here, and I love our time together. But seriously, you could have had your own shop by now if you had tried.
Do you just hate me being here? Is that what this is about? Do you
No,
not
of
want
course.
me here?
Stop it. Don't make it
That's
so
what it feels
personal
like. It
that.
feels
It's
like you
not
don't
that.
want me here, and
Can
it feels
you-
like you're pushing me away.
At that moment, all of a sudden you hear just a as your grandfather is kind of in the doorway. Did I come at the wrong time? I thought I heard roosters. A lot of chickens clucking at each other. So, you know.
Oh, now you're on it. Got it. Yeah, we're just hens pecking at each other in the kitchen.
I knew you were smart.
That's it.
I think your father actually could use a little water. He's in the forge. He could, if you wouldn't mind. And he kind of just slaps the knee.
She'll mouth a thank you.
And he just kind of smiles. And yeah, you kind of go off and kind of linger in the hallway. You don't remember this as freshly, but you're here now. And you hear him kind of go into the room a little bit more and settle down at a chair. You know, you consistently berating her about getting married and all of that is only going to put a bigger wedge between you two. And you hear your mother just like, well, she needs to find something for herself. I just want her to be happy. And I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's selfish. I want grandbabies. And you hear him kind of laugh and he's like, yeah, but she's got too much swift blood in her. She's not going to be happy unless she feels the wind in her cloak. And your mother you just hear that tisk tisk kind of, clucking. And she's like, it didn't seem to affect your son. He is perfectly happy. Well, let's not dwell on him. He skipped the calling. She's got it in spades. And I feel like Edie would agree with me. She's not like you. She takes after my side. And very quickly, your mother starts to change the subject. She's not comfortable with it and just starts to talk about, well, if you're going to be here, could you at least hand me that? And just kind of it goes back to the remedy she's making. And the memory shifts and changes. You're a little bit younger. And you are just getting done getting a tray and supposed to bring this out to your father, lunch and food for basically you and your dad, because you're supposed to be out there learning some of the forge. And you kind of are on your way. And as you get to the forge, right before you enter, you start to hear raised voices and shouting. And you hear your father talking and you hear your grandfather talking. You hear your grandfather say, well, if you're never going to take up the sword, then she should learn soon. You hear your father just sternly, just, no, she doesn't need to be part of that. I didn't have to be part of it, and she doesn't have to be part of it. It's not our burden to bear anymore. You're here. You got out of all of that. Why can't we just have a simple life? Grandfather, it doesn't just work like that. It doesn't go away. Our responsibility, our blood is connected to this. You were lucky enough to live the life that you have, but you don't just escape it. One day, she's going to hear the calling. If not you, before, I'm not going to be here forever. And once I'm gone, someone is going to hear it. Your father raises his voice and he's like, no, We're not talking about this anymore. I'll deal with that if the day ever comes, but until then, we will not discuss this again. And as he's kind of shouting this and raising his voice on this, you hear him cut off right at the end of that sentence. And June, is that you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear both of them kind of, and just like, oh, good. You have food? And
Yep.
you come in. And as you open the door going into the forge, all of a sudden you're in another place. Imagine a Greek pantheon. The columns, the walls, the high roof, except everything's made of diamond. There is light lit from almost every direction. It's hard to tell the shapes of the architecture, except it is all glittering diamond. And in the distance, you see these shapes made of glistening gold luminescence. You start to unconsciously move towards them, drawn towards the light. The glittering light of the diamond all around from light sources from every direction. But these gold figures. And as you get closer, you start to hear them talk. Is it really time? There must be another way. There has to be something we can do. You hear a much older one of them. It's the only way. The old world calls. The blood ties are needed. Now is the time that we promised. You hear another voice, masculine, a little younger. We decide when it's time. We are the ones who tell them when the wind blows. You hear a kind of a sigh in that older voice. Even we cannot decide the true time. It calls to all of us, and we must answer when it does. And you see this moment of everyone kind of quiet, and you see the light of the older voice, this glowing humanoid form just start to flicker and growing dimmer. And you see him, just the shape. You can tell he's looking at the others. I will look forward to seeing all of you again with much younger eyes. They all bow to this flickering, dimming light, and they all say, we will miss you, and we will continue to serve. And then the light of the one fades until there's nothing. And then you wake up.
Who's awake right now?
Viet, I don't know. Callan is awake, I believe. Or no, Murdet. Callan, you took first watch, right?
No, I took
second
second.
watch. Second. So you took first. So Callan is awake.
Just had the weirdest dream.
Oh, Juniper. Hey, how you doing? Quick change of channel.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
Yeah. You just,
Wait. What were you watching?
you literally, as you wake up and hear him like, oh, Juniper, you hear.
I was just flipping.
And it's Callan,
Might have looked like just ebbing and flowing mercury to you.
Oh, okay. I just had a really strange dream, and I don't know what to make of it.
Might have heard the TV bleeding into the dream, Sorry.
I'll kind of go through the whole expose dump of like this whole experience of she'll probably leave some of the details of like her mom
What
trying to get her to
details?
settle down. Like,
Oh, okay.
Fair.
Fair.
Yeah, like he doesn't need to know that. Like, I was back with my parents and there was some, all this stuff. And I don't know, I heard my grandpa talking about the calling and something like kind of focus more on that. And then, and then the whole thing with the it was like a palace of diamond, and then there were these lights, these like golden lights, and they were kind of arguing, but not really arguing. You could tell they loved it. Like, yeah, it's just gonna dump all that.
So you kept out the part.
I kept out the part.
You kept out the part about the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Callan would have been totally fixated on that. And you
so who are the Cooper twins?
Brothers, huh?
So, like, if you had chosen.
And then this light went out, and then I woke up.
So, like, for most of it, it was familiar stuff, but you've never seen this second half, the palace. Have you ever seen it? So that's, as far as you know, that's not real.
Have you ever seen a palace made of diamonds?
No. Lots of palaces, real, fake, dream palaces. Relatively recently too. No, that doesn't sound familiar.
I would think that I was just having heat fever dreams, but I don't know, it felt different.
Well, maybe it doesn't seem familiar, but if you had to think about it, what if it were something that were true, or at least, reminiscent of something true, maybe something you not necessarily saw, but something that you intuited. If you had to guess, what does it mean to you?
I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with all of this, but that might just be what I'm hoping. I want answers.
Well, I guess I'm not too quick to dismiss this, because that sword you carry, you say is from your grandfather. He's obviously either in the service of someone, was in the service of someone important, or was someone important himself. So there's some significance to whatever he did with his life.
I wish I had the chance to ask him.
Yep.
It's a lot of regret. Sorry.
No, I thought that was the pause of we're done. Keep going.
You look back on the way that you talked to someone, and if you'd known then that you wouldn't see them again, I feel really bad. I feel really bad for snapping at my mom. I know she just wanted what was best for me, but sorry, you don't need to know any of this. I don't need to vomit that on you.
It's okay. It's better than how Meredith's been vomiting on me lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of baggage there, isn't there?
Yeah. Listen, we met the witch woman and it kind of went full circle for all the stuff Viet heard about. And it kind of makes me wonder, it can't just be a joke. I mean, we kind of set the cards for why we're here today. So we kind of cheated, but if we hadn't, we wouldn't be here today. And like, who gets to do that in the first place? Go back basically in time and, change the odds or change the story?
Change the cards.
Change the cards.
Stack the deck.
Stack the deck.
I know we were there. I have the cards to prove it. And she'll hand
Right.
him the cards. It's the death card and the high priestess card.
Oh. Whoa. Did the witch woman tell you what these are supposed to mean?
No, she was talking to Viet, I think, at that point. They blew across my feet and I picked them up.
These mean you.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I like that.
Well, listen, I got a little experience with card reading. Mostly to, cheat people out of their coin, but
I don't
the
have
death
any
card,
to take me out of.
the death card is not necessarily death. And, even if it is, I think we've all had our share so far. Now, high priestess, that's something of significance, no matter how it lands.
Yeah. Like I came back from a grave. Not really a grave. It was a mausoleum. Like a family crypt, which is weird because I didn't know we had that.
Oh, another sign that someone in your family was important.
But I came back and I could do things that I couldn't before. Like dust undead. It's not something I ever tried before, obviously, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't do that before.
Power was inside you all along. Ooh.
Believe in you, Peter Pan.
Well, listen, Juniper, it kind of sounds like we've all got a reshuffled deck in our favor. Maybe that's why we're all together.
I like that. I like that a
All
lot.
right. Juniper takes over watch. Kellen gets some sleep. Viet, I need you to quickly roll me a Constitution saving throw. This one's flat because you dosed yourself, but this is if it was a maintain medically induced sleep or if you actually got real sleep that could actually benefit you.
Flat Constitution saving throw would be a 17.
All right, you can take off an exhaustion point.
Yep.
So you're back to 0. So is Maven. You're all tip top, baby. So the early night, late evening, as the sun is going down and you're all about to start your travel, I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
Perception. 13 for Callan.
18 for Viet.
Ah,
17.
beans. I wasn't ready. 14.
Okay. Who rolled the 17?
Me.
Perfect. Good. So as everyone's I should roll for Murdered. Don't give him the credit he deserves. That's a 16. So Juniper, as I said, as you are all getting ready, getting moving, you're going to notice two things. One, you are going to see some blue lights in the distance.
No. Oh no.
Several pairs.
Oh no.
Am I
And
seeing
then you're
those as well?
also
Sorry.
What'd you roll?
He actually rolled higher than me.
At an 18.
Oh, 18. You both see that. And then kind of in that momentary crap. You also start to see the shape of a billowing cloud, which is why you can see the light. There is a sandstorm coming.
Oh no.
Oh,
You have probably about
No.
2 minutes before it hits.
Oh no.
Roll initiative, everyone, please.
No.
Here we-
Okay.
We're going into a skill check challenge.
What?
here we are with no Kevin.
Juniper and Viet, you have advantage on your
Cool.
initiative roll for the simple fact of you two are the ones who see all of this first.
I got a 6.
Oh.
6 for Maven.
Pretty good, actually.
Good.
So
19 for Callan.
Same. Twinsies.
no.
We're both twinsies.
Did you
I
get a
got
19?
6 as well.
Triplets.
I've got a 6.
Two pairs of
Oh,
twins.
6.
Maven and Viet
Two
are
pair.
twinsies, yes?
Two pair.
Two pair.
We're going with card puns. Let's go. Two pair.
Two pair.
Pairs. And the ace takes the lead as Murdet rolled at 23.
Ooh.
Oh, we're calling him the
Wow.
ace now?
I am.
He calls
Oh,
himself that.
21. You said it was
Yeah.
a 21. That makes sense, actually.
I said 23, but now it's a 21.
Oh, okay.
As the desert is about to slam a royal flush on us.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh.
Right up your bust. All right. Yep, we're done with card puns. So, as this is coming in, Murdet, I am basically going to just pass his round for the simple fact of he doesn't see this. No one's been alerted. He hasn't been alerted. He is gathering his things and starting to move out in the direction you all were heading. So next up, Juniper.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
hi. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh.
We need to
So
to
free
hide.
action is panic.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a third one now.
We-
Crying.
Yep. Crying.
What did we learn last time?
Screaming, yelling.
Crying out loud. It was just last time.
Screaming.
Screaming,
Yeah, yelling and
screaming.
screaming.
It's a free action.
Crying, screaming, and now
Panicking.
panicking.
I will do all three of those things. We need to hide. We need to get out of here.
But you also see the blue lights too.
Yeah. Why do I have to
So
go
just a
first?
refresher while Juniper and Catherine panic. Skill check challenges. Our heroes here, they will roll skills they are proficient with. They'll have kind of the idea of being in charge of the narrative as they roll skills that they are proficient in to dictate what happens as they are trying to move forward. The objective for this skill check challenge is survive a sandstorm and maybe the bad guys.
Yeah.
That being said, anything that they do has to have that objective in mind of continuing their progress, surviving both things. There will be a DC, which I am not going to tell you. They have to have, at least for this particular challenge, 9 successes, which is good. That means the DC is not crazy high. But they can only have 3 failures. 3 failures means that everything changes and it gets more complicated. So our initiative starts. Oh, and also, if you do something, you choose a skill. The person next cannot do the same skill, and that particular player cannot choose the same skill twice in a row. So we have a nice kind of, you have to think outside the box to do things. So, Juniper, you've had time to stop panicking.
Yes.
You've collected yourself.
Yes.
What are you doing first?
I would like to I would like to use nature. I want to see if I can well, actually I'll let you decide what this is. I'm still panicking. I want to see if there's a way that we can change our trajectory to sort of get out of at least the worst of the storm, or get to a point where we're out of the storm enough to keep moving.
So trying to
find the edge.
Go across, get to the edge of the storm.
Yeah, kind of, basically.
Perfect. Would you please roll me that? Nature would be good. Nature or perception.
Ooh,
to be honest.
Okay. That's good. I'm
Or
not
survival,
great at
to
nature.
be honest.
Survival too? I
Yeah,
like that
all
better.
of those make sense. You're
Okay.
aware of,
Well,
you got to
let's
pick
go-
one though.
Yeah. Let's go with nature, because I'm not great at it, but I and that's what I said initially.
Perfect.
But I rolled.
So you're
18,
reading the
it's
storm.
19.
You've seen weather. 19. All right.
Yes.
All right.
That's.
So as
my
you are
skill first.
kind of seeing the couple pairs of multiple pairs, because it's high low, of blue lights in the distance, little dots on the horizon with that black behind it. You see a group. There's at least 4 or 5 creatures that are watching you currently as the storm is approaching. You take a few moments, see the direction of the wind. You watch some dust devils pick up and move, and you kind of immediately to the group start pointing in the opposite direction from the dust devils and start moving. Everyone starts to gather the things as quickly as they can. Everybody was in a different state of let's get going, and you start moving.
Yeah.
That
As I'm
was
saying,
a
I got eyes on
success.
5.
That was a success.
I got eyes on 5, guys.
Yep. So you're all moving, getting to what Juniper has dictated as the edge of the storm, running up a sand dune. Callan, you are next. Juniper has just told everyone this way, and everyone is following her lead as you're running up a sand dune. You have now been pointed out the fact there is a sandstorm coming, and you also see the multiple glowing little dots in the distance.
Okay. I want to show you a craft I was working on to everybody.
Is it crafting time?
After no.
Where were you getting these paper plates, Callan?
Yeah. After Maven killed the one bug guy and took the spear, I had this idea. Maybe Maven should be the new queen of the hive, and so I made her a little helmet that looks exactly like the bug head, and maybe we can trick them.
So cool. I love it.
Yeah. So while I introduce that ridiculous notion, I'm also doing major image to make it look like our numbers are greater and we are accompanied by similar creatures to them using deception.
Nice. Did you use the actual bug head?
Yeah. I mean, I held on to it for, reference and got the measurements really, really well. I don't know how perceptive these bug guys are. I want to get it, as accurate as I can.
Yeah,
That's why he was measuring your head the other night.
pheromones?
While
sleeping.
Maven was actually trying to sleep, Callan just
Totally.
all right. This has nothing to do with the skill check. Have you already rolled the deception?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Would you roll me an Arcana check just for everything you're trying to accomplish? I want context of in the. I love the idea, but just in the moment.
Dirty 20.
Perfect.
Nice.
That is amazing. Now, roll me that deception check. This is the one that matters.
Okay.
Okay.
Dirty 30.
Oh,
What?
He has a really high deception. Okay. So
even
fails.
Viet is confused now.
no, like I forgot to guys that there is a limit on the skill check, and then you go back around and start over.
No,
Yeah, that is clearly a success. So 30.
Wasn't I terrified?
That should be 2 successes, I feel like.
But it wasn't a crit, so I don't.
Yeah, it was. It was.
You didn't say crit. Was it a crit?
If I had my fellow D&D Beyond users confirm that it was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Gotcha.
trust Maven. I've heard her talking about cheating.
That's
What it
true.
was.
Don't
Wait,
trust
wait.
me, but trust Catherine. I trust Catherine.
I did see it.
Where do
I
did
see
too.
it
Okay.
too.
Oh, you
I do
got it.
see
Okay,
it.
please tell me, because that's another thing. If it is
Yeah.
a crit 20, it is worth 2 successes.
Okay.
If it's a crit 1, it's worth 2 failures.
With the cauldron
So-
dice, Scott. It's with the cauldron dice.
They're digital dice. I don't care.
I can send you a
Sorry.
picture
Wow.
of the screen.
There
Sorry.
goes our sponsorship.
Yeah.
Wow.
D&D Beyond was right there. We were about to sign them.
I hope you're happy.
By the way, I will 100% like just denounce everything if they actually ever wanted to spot. Like
Oh,
I will.
Yeah, we'll shill.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Shameless plugs. So that is a net 20 for a 30, sir. That is 2 successes. So as you start to run and kind of half like, because even Murdet in that he's like, really, like now you're gonna like now, and all of a sudden you just kind of reach out your hands, and from the sand, all of these other insectoid figures start to just emerge from the ground and encircle you, all of them holding spears, protecting Maven, their new queen.
I love this.
And you all
Nice.
start to head that way.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they are real enough that all of you, even though you know Callan is doing a thing, are like, like
okay, that's impressive.
Yeah. very, very much. So yeah, that is 3 successes to your 9 needed. 0 failures. That is amazing. Good job, Callan. Viet, you are next. Dirty 30.
Yeah, we'll be doing the like we did last time, right? Getting the rope out, tying the rope, and handing it off to everybody, and kind of being prepared to set him and just kind of pulling people along as need be up the dune, helping people along, getting ready to set himself against the wind that's coming.
So what are you doing?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay, perfect. Roll me that athletics, sir. As you
That
are
would
supporting the group
be-
as you're all running and handing a rope to sometimes fictional insectoids, and it's like, oh, yep, that's right.
And
they're
he's
not
going to be
real.
freaked out about that,
Yeah.
given his last experience with them.
Right. But you did have Callan prefacing that it's like, I got a new thing.
He's busy tugging at that new
Yeah.
key he got in his beard, interwoven into his beard, for a 25.
Oh man. You guys are just
Nice.
ripping home runs. So
Oh.
as there's a few kind of illusionary, trade-offs, and just like no, they're okay. And everybody at least gets a hand on the rope or secures it in some way. I feel like at this point, how the rope's been used, all of you have maybe a makeshift little like hook on your belt just to do a wrap. So you all have that slack between you, but moving. And if something happens, you're good. So you all start moving, heading towards Juniper's direction with an army of insectoids around you as you are all secured together, waiting for the brunt of the storm. Maven, you're up. We have 4 successes, 0 failures. It can't go wrong at this point.
It absolutely can. And I intend to prove that it can. Okay, just kidding. I don't. I really appreciate that. So I am wearing the insectoid's head on my head. And I am going to be, this is going to be a performance check. Because I am going to be the best ding dang queen y'all ain't never seen nothing like this before. Okay, you ain't ready. And if I told you you was gonna get ready, you wasn't gonna get ready because you wouldn't have believed me. So let's do this. I'm
excited with that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm very excited. So
Callan's very invested in this, so he's on your hype team just behind it. Yeah.
Love it.
Love all hail the queen. This is either so bad that she can't imagine it, or it's so good that she is just shocked by the amount of amazingness, or she canceled that nat 20 for a nat 1.
That's a nat 1 +1.
That is amazing. Now, as much as I love the dice dictating the story, do you want to use one of your inspirations? I am giving you that option.
Okay, thank you. 13. That's not as bad.
Okay,
I'll take that.
That is still a failure.
I know.
Not 2.
I'll take it.
So as you're running up the dune and start to crest it to head down, you have this thought of like, you know what, maybe I can just convince them. And you turn and look into the distance and start to motion with your hand in a very particular motion, and all of the insectoids around you stop and turn and start to flash and make a sound, just burr, 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 burr. And Callan's like, no, that won't work. That's the wrong song. Nope. And pushes you on. They don't seem deterred. If anything, they seem angry. Whatever you communicated might have been a flashing light of like a, but who knows? You're moving forward. That is
Sounds
one
great.
failure.
I don't think it's working.
I don't think it's working. They're going faster.
You ever been in a parade or something before? Come on.
No, I haven't.
Now I want to see a Deadwood parade.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my gosh. That is so dangerous.
Catherine, you need to plug that into that artificial intelligence thing.
Deadwood Parade.
Deadwood parade.
Can't wait.
So, top of the round, Meredith's going to go. He is going to, as you're all running and seeing all of this, he's just be like, okay. We just got to keep moving. Yeah, faster. Let's go. No distractions. And he is going to do stealth. And I rolled a natural 19, adding his stealth to it. And he is just all of a sudden, you see him almost looks like he tries to do like a swimmer's dive into the sand and then just disappears into the sand.
What?
At least to your perceptions. That is a success for the group. Don't be angry. All right. Juniper, your turn. He just disappeared. Maven tried to command the creatures. It's not going great, but it's not going bad. You're still ahead of the storm, getting to the edge.
Okay. So I am thinking we need to find, because we're not going to be able to outrun the storm forever. We need to find some sort of shelter. So I'm thinking that sort of mantra is playing in my head. We need to hide. We need a shelter.
To get out of this place.
We gotta get out of this place.
There, thank you.
I
had the lyric.
Don't
and
fear
I would
the
like
reaper.
to.
Give me your
I
hand.
sent. I would like to, if I may, I guess roll Arcana. I would like to see if I can cast a spell. A spell called Leomund's Tiny Hut.
Cool.
Oh, you want to pull something new out of the bag.
I do.
So you're looking for shelter.
Yes.
And I know, yeah, hey, it's okay. I'm with you. I get you. You meted it, but I am with you. I'm not against you.
Are
So
you
that
sure?
being why you gotta go? Why you gotta say it like that?
I mean,
Why you gotta say that? I am the healthy opposition.
It's true.
Okay. I need you to, before this, happens, I need you to make a caster check. Okay. So this will be your wisdom proficiency.
Okay. That's good.
What is it?
22.
22. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
scared.
I apologize. Really? You're gonna treat me like that?
Yep.
Not you. This app.
Oh.
The app is basically just being mean. Okay. So you are thinking about safety.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to find some kind of shelter, but your brain immediately starts to understand the fact that you're in danger from not just a storm, by an invading army almost,
Yeah.
You can absolutely do this. For this round, it is going to be a thing. So roll me an Arcana for your check for the skill challenge. It is going to require more to pull this out. Do you have a 3rd level slot?
Yes. And I rolled
Available?
a 15.
15. Okay. Do you want to use inspiration before I tell you the roll? Because I will tell you you're close to failure or success. You're right on the edge. I won't tell you which one.
No.
Okay. So as you are using that, you have burned that 3rd level slot.
Burn the spell. Okay.
You are focusing on a safe place. You are thinking of some kind of shelter from the storm. And as you all of a sudden see in front of you, some of the sand start to coalesce and turn into a dome, and you're getting closer, and you're like, this way. I think we have a safe place. The sand just explodes in front of you in a poof of that light and your magic, as it doesn't coalesce the way you wanted it to. That is a failure.
She swears.
I gave you the option.
What the dice said, though.
But you do feel from the roll you made before that is that there is something there to that thought you were trying to do. You just didn't kind of put in that last nail to the spell, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay, good. All right, Callan. We have 5 successes and we have 2 failures. You are running. You have a cave of sand that started to emerge and then exploded in light. You have an army with you.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen, Viet, Murdet, and Juniper. You're all charging forward towards the edge of the storm.
I think I got to stick with my role as, the prop master here and kind of pump up Maven as the queen bee, and direct this illusion to look like it's more at Maven's command and bowing down to her and, doing whatever she wants and aggressive towards the potential pursuers using performance.
Okay. Roll me that performance check. You've already got the spell active, so you're just influencing it, making it even more tangible and real feeling.
19.
19. Okay, that is a success. So as you are charging forward, you guys are cresting the next hill. You see Maven stop and just look back to see the sandstorm coming and the just many, many pairs of dots of blue light. And you see her just kind of like shield as the wind is picking up and look, and all of the ants in unison, or insects, just turn, point their spears, and you see a barrage of these pulses of light hit the sand and act like these poofs, as like just a barrage of, yes, from a great distance, accuracy is not happening, but just a barrage to show they are here, aggressive and willing to protect their queen. Excellent. And in the distance, you even see a few of the pairs of blue lights shift into yellows and then reds back to blue. And they are just pulsing off of each other, shifting these different colors. And even just responding to that, you just instinctively make all of them suddenly their luminescent eyes and antennae shift into reds.
Okay. This is good. I swear.
That's awesome.
Maven, as you stopped and just looked, this army just and fired into the distance. What are you doing?
Shit. I'm gonna do a nature check, I think. Okay, actually, this might be survival.
Pitch me your idea.
You tell me what you think. I think it's nature. All of the time that Maven spent in the Deadwood, what is there to do to work with the natural terrain when there is a natural disaster? Is there burrowing under the sand an option? Is there some sort of best practice, I guess? Like when there's a tornado, you lay down in a ditch. Like, is there a best practice for sandstorms? And if so, does she know what it is? And try to do it, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe.
You tell me. I'm going to ask you a question. You tell me.
Okay.
It's either survival or it's nature. Is Maven looking to connect with nature and pull something out of a bag to assist her with this? Or is she taking survival skills of the Deadwood and trying to apply it to this?
That's a good question.
That would answer nature or survival.
You know what? I think it is a survival check, even though I have a better option. Wait.
Tick-tock.
Sorry. I know. Okay. It's gonna be her trying to, Deadwood survival for sure.
Deadwood survival. So survival.
That's a 12.
All right. Inspiration. Okay. So,
as she's doing that, can I add in there too?
What are you trying to add?
Something dumb.
Oh, by all means, sir.
Can I assume
dumb
that
is welcome.
In some way, shape, here,
dumb is also a free action.
We had enough. I rejuvenated my spell slots. In particular, my. Yeah. So as this is happening here, and they're all firing at the thing, Viet will have paused and is firing and taking aim, using his excellent Arcana skills, and powering up, and firing off a chaos bolt toward one of their pursuers.
Okay. Okay.
We're failing
roll me.
anyway.
I understand that. I just want to check one quick thing because I'm all about good ideas. So roll me and
This wasn't supposed to be a good
spell
idea.
attack with disadvantage. Let's just add this to it.
A 7.
7. Perfect. So as Maven, you in this moment, as everyone's firing, you see even Viet stand next to you, and you see with his blue hand, he reaches out and you see a charge of blue, almost like fire and electricity, go down his arm into his fingertips and shoots out this. And as it goes out, it's a mixture of fire, electricity. You see droplets of like rain and ice and just it's just this cloud of arcana. And it hits one of the insectoid illusions of Callan's and just disperses it. And you immediately remember, all right, Deadwoods. All right, you know what? There were the occasional monsoon mudslides that happen if you are near the dragon's claws. And the best thing to do for that was to get high from that. And as you start to think about shifting into the form of like a small bird or something like a vulture again, to take yourself up to get over the landscape, the storm hits. That would be the third failure. And as the storm hits, as Callan, your illusion starts to get disrupted by the amount of sand going through your holograms. All around you can, in the sand, as your eyes are being covered, you're at the top of a sand dune. You're just trying to hold out, and you start to see these moving, glowing shapes moving through the sandstorm, trying to surround you. That is where we're going to leave this week.
No.
And next week, we will be in combat in a sandstorm
Sir.
against a hunting party, looking for the ones who destroyed and kept the head of one of their followers.
Yeah, the head with all the pheromones.
Oh, the second you said that, Mick, I was like, yes.
Oh, no.
I wasn't going to correct that at all. I wasn't going to be like, did you actually remember to? No, you have it. You do. So join us next Friday at 7:00 Central Time. Yep, we get another episode. As our adventurers fight for their lives in the middle of a sandstorm that also is a fight for their life. And Murdered is nowhere to be seen.
Jerk.
This is going to be great. I'm so excited.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
So, thank you everyone who joined us this week. And I can't wait to see you next week for a Doom session.
We're going to need that inspiration.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
I will. I told you. There's tables I will create to have a great week. I hope everyone has enjoyed tonight, and please welcome or join us next week. Have a great week.
Bye.